Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of the main event. I'm Daniel, and yeah, tonight we're doing WrestleWar, and yeah, we're going back to May 7th, 1989. We're at the Municipal Auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee, and we're in front of like 5,000 fans, a little over 5,000 fans. The main event, U.S. title match. First Family with Missy Hyatt in their corner going up against the Varsity Club. Yep. See, I would say 2 episodes back, we did a Chi-Town Rumble, and when I was doing the fallout from Steamboat Flair, you know, they had a match at WrestleWar, and I was like, I'm not going to go into it. We'll talk about it when we get there. I assumed it was the fucking main event. Because why wouldn't it be? Right? So imagine my surprise when I turn this thing on the network and I see that, in fact, it's not the main event. In fact, it's a U.S. tag title match. It's not. That's the thing. It's bad enough that the world title's not the main event, but not even the world tag title's the main event. It's the secondary tag title belts that are being defended in the main event. I don't get it. I just don't fucking get it. I just don't. Yeah, and it's just like the 4 people who are involved. I'm just kind of like, what the fuck? You know, Rick Steiner, you know, great tag team wrestler. I don't really know much what he did before the Steiner brothers. So like, I don't know shit about. Eddie Gilbert, I just don't know who the fuck he is. Like, I've always heard the name. He was on Legends of Wrestling. That's about it. I knew he had an epic encounter with Jerry Lawler. That was it. That's my entire knowledge. Like right there, you just heard everything I know about Eddie Gilbert. Kevin Sullivan surprises me. He just never came off as the main eventer to me. None of these 4 did, to be honest with you, but especially him. But what surprised me the most was the fact that he's doing this Varsity Club thing. Like, I think I'd known before he was in the Varsity Club, I just didn't really put any thought into it at all. Because the other members seemed like people who would be collegiate and play collegiate sports. And I mean, I don't know if Kevin Sullivan is a former amateur wrestler, it don't matter, whatever, but his gimmick before and after this was always like this devil worshiping Satanist. You know, he was the taskmaster of the entire Dungeon of Doom and shit. So like here he's like wearing like a Letterman jacket. I'm like, fuck off, dude. And then you got Dan Spivey. That's all I'm gonna say about that. You just got Dan Spivey. Which once again, he's one of those guys I knew the name. I don't know much what he did. I know he's Waylon Mercy for like a minute. That's it. That's all I know. And he was in the football wrestling battle royal in WrestleMania 2. He didn't really last a whole lot. Or if he did, he didn't do much. Didn't make much of an impact. Russ Francis outlasted him in the battle royal. So I don't know. When I found out this is the match I was doing, because I was looking forward to Steamboat Flair, and I'll probably watch that later down the road. But I was like, hell yeah! And then I see this, I'm like, what? Are you fucking for real? It feels like you know, when I did watch WCPW like in the late 90s, this seems like a main event on like Saturday night's main event. Like that's what this seems like. Like Saturday night's main event, here it is. Saturday Night Wrestling, here's your main event right here. This is not a pay-per-view quality main event. I'm sorry. Sorry for bitching. Let's get into the match. Alright, the build-up here. Apparently, you know, before you know, because the Varsity Club, they had like Mike Rotundo, Steve Williams, Dan Spivey, Kevin Sullivan. There could be more, it could be less. I don't know. Well, it could be less, obviously, but there could be more. I don't know. I don't follow, and I don't know much beyond that. But those are the 4, and actually, it was Kevin Sullivan and Steve Williams who were the former U.S. tag champions. So at Chi-Town Rumble, they went up against the Road Warriors, who were at that time the World Tag Team Champions. So they were. I don't know if they obviously wasn't a unification match, but I guess they were trying to capture that gold and. Maybe the other 2 want to unify. I don't know. I don't know what the goal was. Maybe they just won double gold. Could be. However, they was unsuccessful. Then, a little bit later on TV, the First Family showed up and took the titles from Sullivan and Williams. So at Clash of Champions, Sullivan went ahead and grabbed someone else from the club. This time, Dan Spivey, to go after the First Family. Was not successful in regaining the tag titles. So then they said, "Fuck it, let's do it again. Let's do it again." This time on pay-per-view in the main event at WrestleWar. So there's your build-up. There's your goddamn build-up. Alright, the match itself. It's an alright match. I mean, as much as it's ridiculous as it is the last match, like, who booked this? Was Sullivan, like, booking this time? Was it still Dusty? No, Dusty's at WWF, I believe, this time. So, yeah, it's probably Sullivan. He's just like, yeah, I'm the main event guy. I'm closing the show out. Like, I don't get the... Like, did Flair have a disappointment he had to get to, like, quickly? He's like, shit, I got something to do. I got shit to do. I don't have time to main event this pay-per-view, so let's hurry and get my match out of the way first, and then you guys do whatever you want to do. And it wasn't even like the second last match, because I think the air tag match was before this, so it's just like... Anyways, I'm sorry, I'm bitching. It's like this. It's not a bad match. It really isn't. It just seems weird that this is the main event. That's all I'm saying. It just seems weird that this is the main event. But the match itself, it's all right. Early on, they take out Rick Steiner. That's the whole thing right there. They fucking took out Rick Steiner early, and Spivey rams his shoulder into the steel pole a couple times, and so essentially it turns the entire match to a handicap match, 2 against 1. And Steiner, the entire match, nurses the arm. Like, literally, he just has his arm, like, at his side the entire time, pretty much. So they just work over Eddie Gilbert for a while, and then eventually Steiner comes in, delivers a Steiner line, I don't know what you fucking call it, with his good arm. And, yeah. Eddie Gilbert picks up the pin, and, yeah, they retain the U.S. tag titles. And that was it. That was pretty much, I gave you the highlights of that match. Not a whole lot happened, and that's how it finished. So, the fallout from this thing, dude, they all, like, at Great American Bash, they all pulled double duty in one way or another. Great American Bash, at this point, I believe, he was. Dan Spivey's out of the Varsity Club. I think Williams was too, actually. So, Dan Spivey would team up with Sid Vicious, form the Skyscrapers. All 4 of these men would go on to be in the King of the Hill Battle Royal, which Spivey and Vicious co-won. Like, they the last 2, and they just decided to split the money or whatever. And I don't know if they eliminate each other, or they just walked out themselves, or they just declared the co-winners or whatever. But yeah, that was that. So they did that, and then later on the night they'd go on to defeat the Dynamic Dudes because they should. Skyscrapers fighting 2 kids on skateboards. One of the gayest gimmicks ever. I don't care. I don't care if it's popular. I had my cousin who was an NWA guy. He was all like, "This is a great gimmick. I loved it when I was a kid. These guys are cool." It's like, no, they're not. Like, I'm sorry. Like, Bart Simpson and Michelangelo crossover cartoon would be cooler than those fucks on a skateboard. I'm just saying. However, yeah, Skyscrapers just demolished them. And Rick Steiner and Sullivan would be in a match. The Game Master. It's what he calls himself, the Games Master. Wasn't the Taskmaster in this one, he was just the Games Master. Kevin Sullivan. But this time Rick would team up with his brother Scott, and they would take on, I guess, the last 2 members of the Varsity Club, Rotundo and Sullivan. But, of course, Hyatt would also be in Steiner's corner in a Texas Tornado tag match. And then, I guess it wouldn't be a tag match, because you know what I mean. And then, Eddie Gilbert, I don't think he wrestled again. I think he was just in Sting's corner during his TV title match. So, yeah, which Sting won, but I think he had his shoulders down. Like, I forget, there was some kind of controversy at the end of that. Once again, I've never seen the match. I just remember reading about it. But, yeah, so there you have it. My thoughts on this match, like I said, it's not a bad match. It's not a main event match. That's the thing. Like, even if you're in the crowd, I would think after Steamboat Flair, you're just done. Like, and what I expect to be just an epic encounter between the 2, you're just done. You're like, all right, I'm going home. Oh wait, there's still more matches. I would think after the last, Road Warriors just demolishing. I'm assuming they demolished. They usually demolish everybody. They demolished the other 2 members of the Varsity Club. I would think you're done after that. You're like, all right, let's go home. Shit, there's another match. And in all honesty, the crowd wasn't jumping for this. I mean, they weren't like quiet either, but it wasn't Flair and Steamboat. I guarantee it. I guarantee if I go back and watch this entire pay-per-view, the crowd's definitely hotter during the rest of the matches than this one. But it is what it is. It's in the history books. This is '89. Nothing we can do about now except make fun of it. Like I said, it wasn't a bad match at all. I got to see Eddie Gilbert in a match. That's something, I guess. Never seen him wrestle before, so there you go. Got to see my first Eddie Gilbert match. He did alright. Dude, Missy Hyatt's fucking hot. Like, seriously, like, does she do porn now? Is she one of those that, I know, like, Sunny in China went on to do porn. Does she do porn too, or does she, like, I don't know, I feel like I've heard she showed her tits. I should just look that up. That's what I'm going to do after this video. I'm going to look up see if Missy Hyatt showed her tits. That's all I got. So yeah, decent match, but once again, just not a main event match. I'm sorry. So yeah, guys, tune in tomorrow night. We're going to go to the Great American Bash, and we're going to see a proper main event. So, all right, that's all I got, guys. Thanks so much. You know, what do you guys think about this match? Let me know what you thought. Leave your comment down below. Let me know if Missy Hyatt got naked. And yeah, that's all I got. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.